We've got the Mooer Prime M2 on the bench today. This is the latest addition to their Prime series of processors, which combine multi-effects, amp and cab modeling, a touchscreen, a Bluetooth connection and app, and in this case, stereo outputs and dedicated foot switches. This is also battery powered. It has a headphone output and it accepts MIDI over TRS. So it is considerably more flexible than previous products in this lineup. Let's just have a listen to a couple of sounds that I have dialed in. You can see the pedal down in front of me. I can select patches by touching the screen like this, or I can use the onboard foot switches to cycle through them. If I swipe down, I can access all my settings, including advanced features like the built-in metronome and practice tools, the pickup simulator, a whole bunch of other really fun things like the drum machine. If I go back on here, you can see this first patch is a clean sound, and in the app, I am using a compressor into the US 65 Deluxe amp. I have loaded up my free cab IR, and there is a little bit of this hall reverb on there. Let's have a listen to it on the middle pickup of this chillier Bell Aurora. There's a lovely greasy tri-chorus on there. The next patch that I've dialed in, I've just used the JCM 800 model, again with my free cab IR. I've got a couple of different boost options up front, and in this case, I've got a bit of the plate reverb. And you can see that I'm just toggling some effects on with the app. You can, of course, save your favorite combination of effects in there. And there's a pretty large library of various effects types. For example, in the drive section, you can see you've got all of the classics represented. You've got an 808, a clon, there's a Timmy, which I'm guessing is the Jimmy OD. There's a bunch of fuzzers, a rat, tube driver. There's even a metal zone in there. With the delays, there's a bunch of staples like your tape delay, analog stereo, but there's also some of the exotic types like the crystal and the rainbow delay from some of the other Mooer processors. The rainbow is really, really interesting. And there's also the other pitch shifted mode with the crystals. There's multiple reverb types. There's a whole bunch of different dynamic and filter options, but we come here for high gain, right? So let's hear the 5150 model boosted with a TS9 boost and a little bit of pre-EQ. I like that this custom EQ gives you a low cut option. So I've set the low cut there at 130 Hertz just to tighten things right up. I will go through and I will add a couple of extra drives in there. You can see I've got a big muff and then I've got an analog style delay to kick in. Wonderfully greasy. And then for this last preset, I've combined the slow gear, which lives in the modulation section over here, with the UK30 clean amp. I've got a bit of delay on here from the real echo. Then I'm using the modulated reverb with heaps of decay. So this is going to give me auto swells into my reverb. Now, what I like about this is if you don't want to use the built-in amp and cab modeling and you wanted to use this with a traditional rig or to supplement another modeler, you can simply remove those from there and just use this as an effects-only processor. And in that regard, kind of reminds me of like a budget version of something like an Eventide H9 or Line 6 M5, if you remember the M5, where essentially you're having single presets, but each preset can combine various effects and different effect algorithms in there. So if you wanted to use this with your existing rig and you didn't want to use those built-in amp models, you can do that, or you can use it as an all-in-one amp and effect solution. The other thing that's cool about this is you can download the Mooer MNRS profiles onto this, which is their version of capturing or profiling. So you can take those from the cloud and bump them in here. So this is also a portable little capture player, and it's battery powered as well, which is pretty mind-blowing. The idea that you could capture your favorite amp and stuff it into something like this that would actually fit in your pocket. While it's a bit thicker than a typical smartphone, the actual size is a bit smaller. I mean, here's my phone, which is, what is this, a Google Pixel or something? So if I put that on there, you can see that the width and depth of the phone are more than the pedal. The pedal's just a little bit deeper. But yeah, you could probably safely walk around with this in your back pocket. Another very cool feature on here are the practice tools. You can access them by swiping down on the touch screen. I'll go to the drum machine. You can see that the speed here is 116 BPM. If I wanted to tweak the level, I can just press on it and bring it up. Let's have a listen to this rock 3 beat. There's also a looper built in here, so let's record a little loop. We can have that drum track on, and there's a count in. Stumps right there. If you've got any questions about the Prime M2, let me know in the comments section below. I'll put a link to the Mooer website in the video description. You can also get my free IR there, or support my channel directly by subscribing to my Patreon or checking out some of the music that I make with my band Ragdoll. Thanks to Amy and the team at Mooer for sending this one out so I could make this video with it. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments section below, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Go and make some greasy guitar noises. I'll see you next time.